So here I can take one router, I can take one switch, then I can take one PC here, and then we can connect with the cable here. If you see, I'm connecting like this, and whatever IP we want to use, we can put the same IP schema. Just I will put here, like I want to use 192.168.1.1/24. This IP we are planning to assign to the router, and this IP we are planning to assign to the switch. And here we will write 192.168.1.3 for this machine. So this is our IP schema. We plan to give this one, and I will move this little here. And if you want to edit this label, just I can put here, this is a R1, and this is a switch 1, SW1, and this is PC. In PC, you know already, click here, go to desktop, click IP config and configure here the IP address. Like I can put here 1.3, and automatically subnet mask will come, and you will write here the router interface IP. So we assign the IP to the computer. Now we can take the notepad, we can do the configuration in the notepad. Here I can say SSH configuration or SSH lab, we can say. We will do inside the R1, so I will write R1 configuration, then enable config t host name R1, and we can write enable password like we do before, enable password ABC, and you can create the username here also. Here directly we can create username, password, anywhere we can create, so I'm creating here. If you want to create more user, you can create more user. Whatever name you want to give, you can give, and whatever password you want to give, you can give here. So this is a basic thing already we learned from long time. This is enough, and now we need to write IP domain. We need to define the domain name, because without that one it will not work. IP domain name, example I am giving ABC. After that you need to generate the keys, so you will write crypto key generate RSA. This is the command, crypto key generate RSA. Then press enter. They will ask you, so you can put any number, example 2048. They will give the range. You can select the number from that range. We can say like how many bits in the module we want to use. So we put any number, then we need to press enter. After that we need to enable the version 2. So we'll write SSH IP SSH version 2. Then after that you can write line BTY like we do for telnet, line BTY 0 to 4 or 0 to 2, whatever you need. Here new thing is transport. You need to write transport input SSH. You will write this one. Then login local. This is the configuration. And how you can access means you will write SSH-L, and you will put here like the IP. First username you need to put, then IP address of the device, and then they will ask you password. So you need to put the password. Let's do here so you will understand more clearly. First I go here inside the router, we will configure. I will change the name. So first I need to go to the global configuration. Now I will write host name to R1, and then we need to assign the IP, but before that one I will write enable password. I can give password ABC. User I can create, I can write username admin. Password I can give anything admin. When I press tab key, automatically I write user and press tab key, it will do autocomplete. So you will get the password, and then press tab key, autocomplete, and put the whatever password you want to give. So I created enable password. I created two user. One user is admin and one user is ABC. Now as we told, we need to create the domain. So I write IP domain name. I can give any name. I created the domain name here. After that what we need to do, we need to generate the key. So what we can write crypto. I wrote only CR and press tab key. So automatically he taken that crypto key generate RSA and press enter. And here they are generating. You can see here the name of the key will be device name, whatever we give, and domain, whatever we give here. So they will generate by adding this is the name they will use. And here they are giving the key module in the range from here to here. For your general purpose key, choose the key module, because we need to encrypt the data. SSH is encrypting the communication, so no one can see the data. Like whenever data is going, so it will be encrypted. So key will generate, so it will be encrypt the data. Yeah, automatically they will do. In the Cisco iOS, they will take care of automatically. Just we need to put this command. Yeah. So we will again what? Yeah, we need to put this command and then we need to define the value, like how many bits we need. So I can give anything 204 or any number. They give this range. I can select how many bits we need to use in the module. So I taken that one. So they generated the key here. And now we need to enable the version 2. So to enable the version 2, IP SSH version 2 and press enter. SSH version 2 is enabled here. Now after that, line VTY022 or whatever you want to give, then transport input SSH. After that, login local. Generally we will keep this in one notepad and just we will copy paste. We will change the IP and we will copy paste. So now it is configure. SSH is configured here. If you want, we can save the configuration. But we need to assign the IP to the interface. We did not assign the IP to the interface, so you cannot access. So what we will do, we will go and we will put the IP, whatever IP we are planning. Yeah, IP address. No, 1.1 we wrote, right? And then subnet mask and no shut and save the configuration, because by default the router interface is done. Yeah, but before that one, let's check it is accessible or not. And if you see here whenever we make any port up or down, there is a protocol STP. STP is working to check maybe we have any loop. Yeah, so it will take some time. We need to wait for some time. Or if you don't want to wait, we can press this fast forward. Now I can go here to the computer and I can write SSH-L and name I give ABC and the IP address, whatever IP we configure to the router. They will ask you password, whatever password you put, you are inside the router. So you are able to access the router. Means SSH is working here. Same thing we can do for switch also.